Hey guys, how's it going? It's Jake Wilhelm from Veteran Wealth Builders. I'm coming at you in video here, kicking off our vlog of my journey to entrepreneurship. Um, this I'm gonna give you, you know, a raw, real look at the journey of starting your own business and becoming an entrepreneur. Um, I decided to start this. First, I'll give you a little tidbit about myself. So, I'm an Army veteran. I'm currently still in the National Guard. I've got about 6 months left in service. And I'm decided I'm hanging it up. I'm going to go pursue my dreams and become an entrepreneur. And I've served 4 years active duty Army. I was a 74 Delta or chemical operations specialist. And then I got out, went into the National Guard, and changed my job to a 68 whiskey or a medic. Um, so I started this initiative. I got this kind of thought because right now I'm at the beginning stages of building my business and what I want to do, and I figured this would be a great time and a wonderful opportunity to kind of give y'all some insight and let y'all look from YouTube or from a video perspective, outside looking in perspective, on the process of starting a business. So that way, you can look at it, kind of gauge it, and be like, hey, this is what I want to do, or this is what I don't want to do. You can look at the pros and cons to yourself, and make your decision for yourself. But one of the reasons I started this is because I want to change the vision of the military, of the veterans. There's been, in the past few years, I guess like a decade or so, there's been a big shift focus in the outlook of the veteran community. In the past, people have seen veterans as strong, independent, the people we look up to, which, I mean, they still do, and we're still, a great community and stuff like that, but now what I've seen a lot of is a big focus on our problem with depression and suicide. And I'm really looking at this, trying to start an initiative to push that image away from our community. I want to give those of you who are feeling like you're down, feeling like you don't have a purpose in life, and that there's no way in hell that you're going to make it into this world, or that you have a purpose or anything like that. I want to give you guys kind of like a blueprint and an environment to where you can actually grow. You can you can see positivity, and basically we can stick together. Bridge this gap, and stop feeling like we're isolated. Now, while I'm going through this, it's going to be, real, raw, like I said before, and it's, anything that's good, bad, ugly, and I want y'all to see that. I want you to see every angle of this. So, while we're getting started, I'm going to give a little tidbit of things that have helped me through this in deciding and getting my startup. So, first things first, I had to have like a vision of my job, and kind of an idea of where I wanted to go with my life. And in order to do that, I really had to separate myself from what I call the cyber world. And what I mean is just get away from Facebook, get into the quietness, and start listening to yourself and what things you like and what you can do. And of that, kind of try and figure out how you can make money doing what you like, and if there's an idea, hold on, let's stop it. I didn't know there was a 3-minute. In order to find out what I wanted to do with my business, or what vision, what place I was going for what I wanted to do, I had to really limit myself from being on what I call the cyber world. And what I mean by that is, Facebook, Netflix, anything that is on this little device or your computer or something that can potentially take away minutes of your time from focusing on yourself and what you really want to do, and you project it out onto your Facebook. So in that time, I would get off Facebook, I would sit there, and I would just, think about all the things that I like to do, all the things that interest me. And it doesn't matter what it is. It could be, jumping rope. It could be anything, like singing, anything that you love to do. And what I really want you to do is write down things that you like to do, and keep yourself like, what I have right now is like an idea book. And this goes with me everywhere, because, in those quiet times when I'm just sitting around waiting for something and I just think about my vision or think about where I'm going, I'll get an idea and I'll write it down in my idea book, and I'll refer to it later so I don't forget it and I don't lose it. Doing this has really helped me blossom my my vision from just like a little, oh, that'd be a neat idea, to, wow, that's my drive, that's what I've got to do, that's my purpose. And like I said, it's a matter of separating yourself from all the drama of the cyber world and listening to yourself and finding out what you really love to do. For me personally, that has turned into real estate. I really love real estate. I think real estate investing is what I am driven to do, and what I plan to do with this real estate investment company that I'm building up, in the process of making it into a gigantic investment company where I can eventually, the overall dream is to have, veteran wealth builders be like a meetup group that I can have, people in my community and stuff get together and meet up and talk about business. And and eventually, if I see someone that has a great business idea and that pitches it really well in that group, then I'd love to be able to just come up to them and give them the startup money and be like, hey, I love your idea. Let me give you some startup money and be in like 10% of your business, and let's help you get going. Let me help you make your business. That's what I'd love to do. I'd love to be an investor, and I love to make things happen. And to me, in order to do that, obviously, I need to find a money machine or something that's going to pump money into my pocket so that I can just, help make money work for me and kick off this initiative that I'm starting for the veteran community. So my first point, I guess, is to get yourself an idea book and listen to yourself. I guess those are 2 points. You get your idea book and you listen to yourself. It's amazing what happens when you sit in complete silence and stop looking at Facebook. You can think about things, you start, researching things, you get a thought, and you're like, man, I wonder if I can make money doing that. And let me tell you, don't worry about the money aspect, because you can make money doing literally anything. If you don't believe me, go on YouTube and look up people like, what's his name, PewDiePie. He's this YouTuber, right? He has his own YouTube channel, and he literally gets paid to play video games and commentate about he gives himself commentary about playing video games, and he gets paid for that. He's got, millions of viewers, and stuff like that, and he gets all sorts of stuff and endorsements and money and stuff, and that's really all he does is video himself and put himself out there. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, when you're at your beginning phase, like I am right now, the important thing is to separate yourself from any other influence like the cyber world, and then listen to yourself. Find out all the things that you love doing, and it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's picking your nose or anything like that. Just find it out, write it down, and get yourself an idea book so you can write this stuff down, and then just kind of brainstorm on ways that you can make money doing that. And Google your activity and find people that are making money doing what you're interested in, and just learn from them. Take little tidbits from it. Take their strategies and apply it to your own life. And it's amazing what happens when you do that. I started doing that, and it's helped me out phenomenally. So I encourage you to do that if you do choose to start becoming an entrepreneur. Um, and my last point that I'm going to make in this vlog, I know it's going to cut short because this is the kickoff, but the last important point that I can make is any downtime that you get whenever you're listening to music, or you have any downtime when you're either writing in your idea book or whatever, try and put positive influence into your life. And what I mean by that is, whether it's reading a positive book, like any of these positive books from any entrepreneurs, my advice is to go to entrepreneurs and people that have actually made it and start reading these books, or looking them up on YouTube and start listening to them. And it's amazing. I don't even like really listening to music in the car anymore, because I just plug into YouTube and I just look up motivational speeches or entrepreneurs and all that kind of stuff, and I start listening to it, and it's starting to kind of fuel my ambition. So to sum it up, what I'm gonna leave it up to sum it up. So if you're taking notes or anything like that, number one is separate yourself from the world, the cyber world. 2 is listen to yourself, and write down. Listen to yourself, figure out what you like to do. 3 is write it down in your own idea book or anything like that and brainstorm. 4, and last but not least 4, is to just listen to any positive stuff. Get your head filled in with positive mindset, and just, listen to any entrepreneurs or people you're looking up to, and mirror what they did and put it in your life. Well, that wraps it up for this vlog. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you got something out of it. And if you liked it, please feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel and leave a comment on anything. If you applied this to your life and if it's helping you, I'd love to hear it. If you did and it didn't work out, I'd also love to hear it. I'd love to hear your point of views, and just see where I can improve this as well, because we're both growing. And get out there, get grinding, and let's get to it. Thanks. Have a good one.